Capricorn, what is it I hear you say? Steve, go on, get your smooth deck out. Steve's going to get his deck out for you and stick it on the table and let you see how smooth it is, and then we'll see who you're dealing. Let you know what you're dealing with. Whose deck are you dealing with? Whose deck is it anyway? So, some of you, yeah, you really could be dealing with decks. Okay, so you could be dealing with, like, you actually could be dealing. This person could actually be like a tarot card reader that you're interested in, or you're doing loads of tarot card readings. You're like, well, whose deck is it anyway? Is it my deck or your deck? But we're going to be looking at this deck. It's multicoloured, so it could be Jason or Donovan. Okay, so Jason, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Okay, and someone actually could, what they're saying is, could be dealing with multiple dicks. So who knows, they could be dealing with multiple people. If you have come from any of the other readings where there was basically throw your keys in the bowl as you walk in and then just stick your bingo dobber in whoever you like, you could be in some sort of polygamy, whatever kind of like weird fucking fucked up shit that you may be in, Capricorn. Or you could be into some kinky shit, like you're just like, oh, I'm just fucking kinky as fuck. So, unless you're Keely or Kelly or Kiki D or Kinky, I don't know, but there's always kinky shit that's coming up. But we are going to see, so let's get a deck out. Okay, what has Capricorn got coming up for March, please? So we've got plenty of decks. Someone here does have plenty of decks. Oh, really, so keep picking up for someone who's got plenty of decks. I've actually got another 3 coming. So you could be dealing with a Pisces for a lot of you. You could actually, like I said, you can watch this as a 6. Gemini, Capricorn, right? And you got a load of decks coming, which I have, another 3. But they're from America, so it's going to take a while before they get here. But yeah, so anyway, enough messing around. Capricorn, give us a message please for Capricorn. What is Capricorn? Give us a message please for Capricorn. Capricorn, what they got coming up? So what have you got coming up? You're the dog's bollocks. Well, there you go. That pretty much explains the whole lot, right? You are the dog's bollocks. You could be dealing with an 8, which would be an Aquarian or a Leo, or you just have like nice smooth bollocks. Or you are the dog's bollocks. You could actually have a dog or a cat. But whichever way it is, you are the dog's bollocks, Capricorn, for a lot of you. I think you might need a cheerleader right now. Oh, really? Someone could be dressing up as a cheerleader. But I think you might need a cheerleader right now. You have no idea how fucking amazing you are. Recognize your traits and skills, your worth, your beauty, your humour. You beautiful human. Man, I'm dyslexic. Who gives a fuck? You're the dog's bollocks anyway, Steve. But basically, your skills, your worth, your beautiful human you. Okay, so you are the dog's bollocks, you are the dog's nuts. You could just have a pair of nuts. You could be called Hazel or Dean, or you have hazel eyes. But look at those eyes, they don't... Or you could have an eye, like my Felix. She has an eye. She actually does have 2 eyes, but she only has 1 eye for me. So you could actually have an eye. If you've got an eye, that's fucking good. Okay, you could have an eye on the pussy. You could have it on Silver. I've got an eye on Silver's pussy. Someone could be looking up your pussy, Silver. I don't know. But they've got an eye on your pussy. So let's see. Any other messages, please, for Capricorn this for March? For March, for Capricorn. Merchant, you could be dealing with a Libra or a number 2 somewhere. The empathic eel. Jesus Christ. One day, Shy found her magic power and oh man, I cannot see for shit. This is... One day, she found her magic power and her life improved within the hour. Now the bad stuff can't get near her and the slides right off her slippery... Oh, this is some sort of weird fucked up shit. God, Jesus Christ. You've recognised what you need to feel healthy in mind and body. Don't let these good habits slip or feel guilty for putting yourself first. In fact, maybe share your wisdom and rise others up too. See, if I had glasses, I'd be alright at reading, but majority of the time it's just fuck because I can't see shit, bruv. So you might need to go to the fucking opticians, Steve. Okay. And we'll have that one as well. Snail of suffering. So some of you are just like suffering. You're always suffering in silence, is what I'm hearing. Or Steve, Sarah, Sassy. But I'm always suffering silence. Or some of you need to get a fucking move on because you're as slow as shit. Well, that's the Capricorn, because you are cardinal. So for some of you, you're just really slow. Okay. I just want to curl up and die. Oh dear, that came up in another reading, and everybody was all pity me. I just want to curl up, and I'm sick to death of life at the moment. Bruv, get to grips, Capricorn, if that's you lot, right? It's saying here, tells you in the cards, it's got to be true. You're the dog's bollocks. What are you fucking moaning about? Oh, but it's the suffering and the pain. Get over it. Get over yourself. Come over to my place, but you're probably too slow. I'm hearing too slow. But yeah, some of you, it's just general here. You know, you need to get over yourselves, Capricorn. Get out your own way, right? You're loved. You're wanted. Okay, but you are the dog's bollocks. But basically, you're just too slow. Like, it's just, oh, God, I can hear it now. Stop being pathetic, Capricorn. Because you ain't going to get no sympathy around here. Okay? Let's see, anyway. I really do need to get some glasses because it's getting worse, my eyesight. Let's see. Capricorn, any other messages? We are going to get on with your actual tarot, Capricorn, very soon. But basically, you're the dog's bollocks. Just get out your own way for a lot of you. You just kind of like, oh, but life is so bad. And, oh, bro, if that's how you're thinking, then you need to stop. Okay, let's see. Capricorn, messages for Capricorn. Oh, look at those eyes. Here we go again with your fucking spectacular binocular, Steve. My life is sweet. See, this could be the other person. Sweet of the juice, sweet of the berry. It's called Holly or Berry. But like, or from Bury St Edmunds or Eddie or Edmonds. Noel Edmonds. Noel, Nigel. Okay, Noel. Noel Edmonds. Mr. Blobby. Unless you're trying to lose weight like myself. Okay. Let's see. Capricorn. Jesus Christ. I'm also picking up Kirsten. The name Kirsten, it doesn't say that, but I'm picking up Kirsten. I'm also picking up the sun as well, so it might have a lot to do with around your family. So this message could be about your family. I will show you whom to trust. Number 2, a Libra. I will show you who to trust, for a lot of you. Okay, so what else have we got here, Capricorn? Number 6, yourselves, Gemini, Capricorn. Okay, so that is your message. My life is sweet. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. For a lot of you, your messages are kind of coming through where you're like, your life is really good. Your life is perfect the way it is. But for some of you, you're on that kind of like, oh, but life is so bad. When, you know, take a look outside the box and think, you know, what do I actually have that's good in my life? Okay, because this number 2 can be a negative Nelly energy. But it could be a negative Nelly energy. Okay, life is really good. What do I have? TV, house over my head, good job, money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, life is sweet. So what's the fucking moaning? So I'll show you who to trust. Okay, but if you're in an untrustworthy relationship, well then, you know, it's no one else's fault but your own. Sorry, what is wrong with me today? Capricorn, let's see, Capricorn. So little brother, little sister, oh, that's the other person. So siblings, younger, friends, responsibility. Number 4, Scorpio, Aries. If you are, that could be the throw your keys in the bowl type sort of scenario, Capricorn. Well, let's get rid of these because these are really doing my head in because I can't see. That's why I've ordered the other cards, really. The other cards are better. What is it? The fuck it deck and all that kind of stuff, and then loads of other things like I'm spying on you and God knows what else. So anyway, Capricorn, you really could be dealing with the inevitable end. You might be like, oh my God, this is such an end, beautiful friend. What do I do if they wasn't here? What would I do without you if you wasn't here? For a lot of you. So there might be some sort of death certificate. Oh God, I did call that out a while ago. A death certificate. Death names. Oh God, Jesus Christ, man, y'all got another 4. You got 2 4s. Scorpio, Aries. Okay. Some of you, this is a very strong, dynamic kind of situation that you kind of got going on here. If you're with your partner, this is as strong as shit. There is no phasing this person whatsoever. It's a very strong connection. If you have a strong dynamic connection with Dan or Danielle, then it's very dynamic. Okay, Aero. I'm also hearing Aaron, or Aaron Neville. Look at these eye, look at this eye. They don't seem to matter, but I don't know much, but I know I love you. That may be all there is to know. Some of you don't even know how much this person loves you, or this is you guys. You don't even know how much you mean to me. Like, you just, I keep hearing that you don't even know how much I love you. Like, you doesn't even know. Like, does this person even know that you exist? Yeah. But like, you don't even know like how much I love you. You don't even know. So I hear for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, what they got coming up for March, please? Capricorn, man, y'all got 444. Or Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Louise, Polly, Anne, Anna. But anyway, if you guys are with this person, Jesus Christ, man, you can look. This is Scorpio, Aries, life path 4s all day long. For some of you, you're worried about burying someone. This could be burying, like needing to bury somebody. This is the church. It's religion. It's also needing to go and visit a grave site or a tombstone. Unless you're still looking for that engraving. Some of you might be having something engraved, like something very important to you and having it engraved. Okay. But I definitely keep hearing graves and graves. Well, graves and graves here was a fisherman's site. They used to do carrot wash. So it might be a fish that you're interested in, like a Pisces. Okay, but there is some kind of fear of being buried or suffocated here. So I don't know if there's fear or the person is actually being suffocated. Can't breathe. Struggling to breathe. To have room. Let's see. Some of you, it could be brother, because that was, they sung Need to, well, it was Need to Breathe, but they sung a song called Brother. It could be a sibling, my brother, or my sister. Because that did say sister or brother. It could be something going on around your sister or brother if you have any. Capricorn, what they got coming up for March. So there's 3. There's the World and Pisces. Sorry, because this is kind of definitely reminiscent of one of the readings that I've just done personally, and it was a completely different scenario. So if you've had a personal reading by me, go off what the personal reading has been, okay? Because for a lot of you here, you're in a very strong connection, but for some of you, your connection is the fact that your person works away across the universe, okay? So they're always away, they're always working away, they're probably not ever at home, this person here. They could be at sea and they could always be away at sea, or some of you, they're always away at work and you're always wondering where this person is when they're not with you, okay? Now if you've got any self-doubt and you're coming in to this reading because your life is a pile of shit and everything else and whatnot, you know, then there's this dynamic here of because this person's distancing themselves from you. If they're not, it just means that there is physical distance between you, meaning that you don't actually live, you know, you have to travel to be able to see the person. But there is this thoughts of travel, okay, for a lot of you, like I might need to be going to see this person here. This is also a checkup of like chlamydia and stuff like that is also what I'm picking up. Like checking my cervix and stuff like that, like cervical. Why do I hear cervical cancer? Okay, but like it might be where I need to get like, I need to go for a yearly, 2 yearly, whatever exam of my cervix. Okay, or it might be like a contractual energy of a woman or a man, but I need to go and travel to get an examination is what I'm picking up, or the name Sam or Sarah or Steve, but I need to get an exam, okay, examination, because that can be visiting hospital energy here. Let's see, because this can be illness, like 4 can be illness, this can also be a nurse and a hospital and a doctor, so this can be like illness and this is illness, and this can be looking after an elderly patient, like it could be a grandmother or a mother, but a matriarch, someone that's very important to you, okay? But there might be this energy of something within your soul group where someone may not be very well at this time and there could be an illness, and it might be something that is on your mind. Now, like I said, if it is anything around like cervical cancer or like, you know, having to have like an STD check or something like that, STI, okay, then it's something like that, okay, needing to get like a chlamydia test or something, or a cervical kind of thing where women go for that, you know, because this is your ovaries and stuff, right? So it might be like protection against not wanting to get pregnant, and I have to have my ovaries looked at, okay? If I could get pregnant, or if I need to have a, I don't want to get pregnant, I have to go on the pill, okay? Because that's like ovaries. Like, oh, is that whole? Let's see. Let's see, Capricorn. So, some of you are not speaking to a brother, a sister, or a mother, or you're not speaking to your partner, okay? So it depends whether you're speaking to them or not. Don't go and do that because of a tarot reading. If you're not speaking to someone, that's because you're physically not speaking to them at all, and you haven't done for a while, okay? But this is definitely someone that you are not speaking to. Now, if you are children and you have parents and you're not speaking to your parents, that would 100% be me because of the north and south energy, okay? Because of the bipolar energy of what is for your astrology chart, which is your opposition. Me being a Scorpio rising, my mother has a life path 4, comes up as the same, but her rising is Taurus, okay, and her north node is Taurus, which clashes with this. But because she's also a life path 4, that is complete and utter opposition. People will have an opinion on your life, Capricorn. Okay, people will blame the mother, people will blame the son and the daughter. The mother will blame the son or the daughter for not speaking, and the son will blame the mother and the daughter for not speaking and not talking. Okay, and you will go on and on and on and on and on and on and on around the merry-go-round until one of you speaks, and then you will break up and you will split up and you will break up and you will not talk and you will not get on, and this is all family. Now, if this isn't yours, this is theirs. Now, if that isn't family, it's now coming up as where if this be a message for your relationship, that this has been going on for quite some time, and this is more of a has-been. This is a person that you haven't seen for quite some time because they work away a lot of the time, and when they come back, they do not express their feelings. Because this is a child. If it be a child, it's someone that's not expressing their feelings to a mother or a father that controls their feelings and their emotions. So they use the grey rock method in a way, which is, if I tell you the information, you're probably just going to use it against me, so I'm not going to, okay? Because we don't get on. We're more against each other than for each other. So we're not really for each other, we're more against each other, okay? And so you got 4, 4 and 4, okay? So it's for and against, it's foreign. It doesn't make any fucking sense unless you are from a foreign country, but it would also mean foreign. It doesn't make any sense because it's different than someone else. So in astrology, it would mean to me that we are completely going in opposite directions. You are never around me anyway, and then when you do come back and you do travel back, you don't speak to me when you walk through the door. Why is that? That isn't a, hi honey, I'm home, I'm so glad to be here. This is more of a, fucking burden that is to be able to keep talking to you. Okay, so that is a scenario that you may be going through of a husband and wife, because this would be a long time coming. Okay, so there is something here that's been a long time that you've been in. Okay, I'm also hearing a change gonna come, right? It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. So, advice is, how long is a piece of string, and how long have you been waiting for someone to change? Look at your description of your life, okay? Have you been arguing and not speaking and not talking and breaking up and splitting up and not talking to someone for an extended amount of period of time, and it's been going on and on and on and on and on, okay? So, look at what is happening. For so long, we have been trying to change one another But you haven't and I haven't. We have not changed our opinion against one another in a long time. Okay, so is change going to come? Will a person change if they haven't in a situation that you've been in? You've been in the situation, you've been going through it for a long time. Have they ever changed? So an answer is what you would want to know, is a person going to change? But when you look towards what I've been in, has the person ever changed? If that answer is no, you've already got it. You've already got your answer. Some of you have come into the conclusion that this person is never going to change because they never have. Okay, they never have. Past tense. All of these energies means past tense. Okay, passed on, died, everything else. Okay, so it could be a grieving widow and a grieving couple. Okay, that I've never got over the loss of my husband or wife. I've never moved on from the loss of parents and everything else. So grief counselling and stuff is also here. Okay, but it's also a long time. Meaning like for a fucking ever and a day have I realised that every time I've walked back through the door, we never get on. We don't speak, we don't talk, and I try to avoid you. This is where a child, if it be a child, okay, is in their adolescent teens, okay, and they run up the stairs and they shut their door and slam it and they want to play on Xbox. And then the mother comes in and says, you shouldn't really be playing on the Xbox all of that time. Why don't you come down here and watch a film with me? And they say, fuck you, I don't want to. And they're like, bruv, listen, fucking listen, radio silence, bruv. My mum's coming in. They're like, oh, fuck, bruv, you're on Twitch. Really? Right? So the kid is like, fuck off. I'm playing like in nowadays. That's the way it is. So a kid doesn't want to do its own work and it doesn't want to speak and it doesn't want to talk and they want to do their own thing. If that's an older child, you're not getting on because they can do what they want. Okay, so if it isn't, look at the same aspect of what's coming up in your relationship. If a person's been trying to avoid the truth for ages, does it really matter whether they're lying or not? Because you've already probably had closure. You've just not closed it yourself. Okay, so if they're not speaking, not talking, and haven't done for a century, then look at your message. Will they change? Do they love me? If they don't talk to you and they don't speak to you and they don't give you any respect, then no, they don't. It's more of a like family that just sit there and think, fucking hell, we're family, let's just get on for family's sake. But this is a married couple also that sit in the energy of like, well, we're married, we've got kids. Do I really want to get a divorce because she's going to take all my fucking money even if I did, or he will? So it's really quite simple. Just fucking sit here, not change, not do anything, and continue to go to work, and then go off and do what I want. Okay. So if you're worried about another partner possibly being in a third party, well, there may be a chance the fact that that is what they're doing because you've got communication breakdown. It doesn't mean fear. It just means that the energy has gone rotten. It's gone to Amsterdam or stale. Okay, but it's gone off, you know. As I'm saying, you have to be very careful on the amount of times that in relationships and marriages that you destroy each other and also families. The amount of times that you've tried to destroy each other is very difficult to build the tower back up after so many times of being knocked down and fucking, you know, this isn't like I get knocked down, I get back up again. It's more of an energy of like, you know what, I get knocked down and I'm sick to death of getting back up again. I can't be arsed, I'm tired, I'm fed up and frustrated. I don't really want to fucking do it anymore, okay? So when you've been arguing, if you have this much, that's that same energy. It's frustration, it's fed up, I can't be arsed. I don't want to reconcile, I don't really want to talk. Neither of us are changing, we're both standing in each other's way, so nobody can be fucking bothered. Because you haven't changed after all these years, and neither have I, apart from our appearance. That's it. But what you have to ask yourself is, are you young enough to be able to start again, or do you feel as if like, no, I have to stick in here because that's the only person that I've ever got and I've ever wanted. So I'm going to have to stick with those. It's best to get things over and done with now so you get a chance to go out there and be fresh. Okay, a bit like the Fresh Prince, right? This person could be a Prince of Bel-Air, I don't know, very rich or something. Some of you could have just had a child and a baby here. Or you do have children together and that's what keeps you together. Okay. Let's see. That was there, right? I think it was it? I don't know, it doesn't matter. But someone could be looking out for someone online or looking out for messages. Capricorn, what they got coming up, please? Capricorn. So the Ace of Pentacles. So, like I said, if you guys are in relationship, it should really be a very strong relationship here. But majority of you, you're at odds with the person, you're not even speaking to them. Okay. So there's an opportunity too. Don't watch tarot to be the ones that are like, Steve, I want to know if this person's ever going to speak to me when you're not speaking. Because I'd have a go at you. I'm sorry, but I would say, well, why the fuck are you not speaking to the person then? Okay, don't watch tarot to look out for communication. Be the one that's an adult to reach out. If they don't speak and they don't give you an answer, well, that you've got it. Okay, you've got your answer. No answer at all, and ignoring someone is your answer, means they don't want to. If you haven't tried, then try. But if you don't get a response, you've already tried, you got your answer. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is basically saying, well, there's an opportunity to speak to this person, but are you ever really going to change for one another? Not really. Not really. Now, there is an opportunity here to possibly move. I got a feeling that was there. Okay, but it looks better there. Some of you have got this opportunity to move here, okay, and you might be looking for work in a different place. Okay, I might be looking to travel or looking for work in a different country because the one I live in isn't really offering me too much, and I am considering moving at some point, and my life is not going to begin or start again until I get to move. Until I physically get to another country or town or state or village, there'll be more work opportunities out there for me when I get to move. So some of you are in this waiting game type sort of thing, or you might be in a waiting room that is having to be doing with, like, I'm having to wait for my results here. I might be having to wait for my results. Capricorn for March 2022. Capricorn for March 2022. The Five of Cups. Okay, so what I will say to you, Capricorn, this is very important, okay? When you have a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and also you follow me in numerology and numbers, the whole point of it is the fact that you get all of those messages. It's not, I relate to this reading all of the time and nothing in here, but I am a Capricorn, but I always relate more to that reading. You will relate of small messages of every reading that is in your chart that you watch, even in the numbers. Meaning, like, if your love life is going really well, then relate it to the energy of one of the readings that I do where it says that your life is really good around that area, okay? Then you watch, say, a Capricorn reading and you have it as a sun sign or a moon, or it doesn't matter which one. It just means, because you can also watch this as a Gemini, right? It means that what the representation of the messages is coming through is another message that's coming through in a part of the chart that you're watching it for. Okay, it doesn't have to be, okay, my third house means communication and I'm watching from my third house. No, it just means that I have that in my chart somewhere, and there's an energy here of some of you doing it because you've got children and kids and you're not speaking to siblings here, right? But your other reading might represent the fact that your love life is going really well. Okay, so this can represent X. These are also things that are going on in life where there might be an energy of loss. The realizing, do I keep fighting for this or do I give up? Do I give up on this marriage or do I continue to try and fix it? Unless it's Jim will fix it and then you're fucked. Right? But, like, do I continue to physically keep fixing this or do I actually stop? Will you stop trying to mend what is broken? Okay. If it's constantly failed and there's been a string of failed attempts like Libra, but there's been a string of failed attempts to try and get someone to change and they never have, then stop trying to change. But you can't change the other person. So, for instance, energy of truth is family situations, mother, right? We don't get on. More times we don't get on than a little than what we actually do, but it's a north and south, right? So it's like that all the time, okay? I could not show this to that person and say, okay, mum, listen, take note of this, will you? Not a fucking chance. Would this tarot reading change that person? No. It's because a person is what they do. It doesn't matter what message you get. What it tells you is that the person isn't going to change for you. And you're not the other person. Regardless of what your story you're looking for, if it's around family and kids. Okay, so is the person changing? No. Have they ever? No. Will they? No. No, they won't. You've got your answer there. They won't. Now, you could do another cycle. You could go around the same fucking merry-go-round and do the same thing again and again and again and again, or you realise that it's actually over and you break free and you start over a fresh life. For you guys that may be married if it isn't working. Okay. Now, you can think, oh no, we're going to stick in there and you know, and give it a go, blah, blah, blah. But, again, how long have you been doing it? Now, if this isn't relating to anything that hasn't really been going on, it might not be your love life. This could be another emergency energy of what you're waiting for around mother and father, grandfather and grandparents. Okay. Because this is an elderly person. Regardless, this is an elder. Okay, one of your elders. So it can also mean like my father, in spirit. My father was Aries, which is 4, Scorpio, Aries. My brother was an Aries, also 4, Scorpio, but they were both Aries. Right, so this would be an elder. It would be a spirit. It would be anything you want it to be, but it is still an elder energy. Okay, an elder energy. So it's either a deceased loved one. It can be grief-stricken. I've never got over someone's passing. I've never got over them. It can be counselling and stuff, through grief counselling, through not ever really getting over the loss of my mother or father or husband. Okay, so this would be, what? My mother. Because she is a Gemini, which is a 6, Capricorn. Never got over the loss of her husband. Here. Grief-stricken. Never been to counselling or anything. Okay, holding on to the energy. Why? Because she's a life path 4. Holding on for dear life to try and save everybody. But you can't. You're not a Cape Crusader. So it can be very stubborn to let deceased loved ones go. It can be very stubborn to let your children live their own life according to the way they want. No, I smother you to death because I don't want you to be you. I want you here because I'm what? Grief-stricken by the loss of everybody that's left me. So what do I have? Fear of abandonment. Sagittarius, Taurus placement. Taurus, North Node, Taurus, rising, Sagittarius, Moon. 5. Grief-stricken. Doesn't want to be left on their own. Okay. So, depends on what energy it is or who. I'm only telling you this because I'm actually telling you the truth of what tarot cards really are, what they do, what messages they hold. It's not always about what it is that you think it to be. It's what message you're looking for, okay, what you're looking for, okay. So, because everybody will just think, oh, this is your love life, and they do tarot card readings of saying, okay, these readings here are your love life, and it isn't. Tarot is very complex, okay, it depends on how deep you see it and how much you can be bothered to give people those messages. A lot of people can't be bothered. It doesn't matter about other people. What I'm saying to you is it's not always what you think it is, okay? So if you've gone through a lot of control and narcissism, and these end up being 9s of wands and fucking gaslighting and everything else, then unfortunately you don't know your head from your arsehole, and you've probably been gaslit that long. Is the actual reason why you're actually not talking is because you've been gaslit that much. So you could be suffering through PTSD. And if you are, it's not a tarot reading that's going to sort that out. It would be having a visit to the doctors and go counselling over grief, over loss. Tarot card readings are not grief counsellors, okay? So you need a proper counsel session. You need to talk, okay? But like I said, you don't have to look everything as life as spiritual. Sometimes if you're suffering through trauma, you need counselling from a proper person that deals with that, okay? So always keep that in mind. Okay, so there you go. That's what I've got for you for your March, Capricorn. Sorry it's a bit slow, but I'm just a little bit... To be honest with you, I really want a day off. I've done so many personal readings, which is great, but personal readings always come first because it actually pays more than what you fucking do on here. But like, if I get personal readings, I'll just do all of those, but then I have to catch up on here. So I've been busy, even though I've not been on here so much. Okay, so if you want a personal reading, you can reach out from the link below. If you want this, it goes to both tiers. This tier is like $3 or $4, I think. It's not very much, unless you choose the full access bundle. Full access bundle, we're going to do things around the numbers, but I ain't going to explain too much. I'll tell you when they come out. But if you don't know anything about the numbers whatsoever, watch the videos provided below, because we're going to do life path, come together for an experience. What is your mirror energy of your both energies of the number? What are you going through separately or together? Okay, so we're going to do your karmic value number is what I call it, but again, you'll see those when they come out, okay? But that's what we're going to do for the full access bundle, and then loads more if you are part of the full access tier. That's where the extendeds go. Okay, so hopefully it's all clear. Everything is below. Hope you get the all clear, okay? And I'll see you soon.